Hello, good afternoon. A minute or so late. I had a little trouble with getting my Facebook to go live for some reason. Okay, so how was everybody's weekend? I hope it was really, really good. One step at a time. I am getting back into my house. Yay! I hope everyone's doing well from COVID, staying home and staying safe. So today I'm feeling rested. Kind of rested. I spent the weekend, well, I work on Saturdays as usual, but I really spent Saturday afternoon and yesterday. I actually did the whole put work aside and took some time to just spend time with relaxing and did some virtual hangouts with friends and such not. So it was a good weekend, and I think that's something that has come from the COVID situation is I'm spending more quality time doing the things that I enjoy doing and not so much of work. With that being said, the topic this weekend came up in one of the conversations with friends of lifting things overhead. Okay, so I was like, oh, that is a great senior startup topic to cover, is overhead lifting. I'll make sure that I actually spell that correctly. I'll go back and edit that. I forgot the G. What is overhead? So what I mean by overhead lifting is picking stuff up overhead in general. Connecting the bicep curl to an overhead press, which would mimic, I tell people all the time, I watched my mom cook a ham. I watched my mom cook a turkey for Easter, and she opens the oven. She has to squat down. She has to pull the big heavy pot out, which is a row. Then she has to hold it, bicep curl, stands up and puts it while she walks, and then she puts it on the countertop, right? All of that's connecting. She's using that bicep curl, the outs and the ends, my hands are, to do that. She also goes to get these heavy serving dishes that are in the top shelf. And I tell people all the time, she's coming in the door. Hey, Mom. No, Dad. My dad's coming in the door. So I tell people all the time that I don't know why we do this. I'm going to wait till he's in the background. I don't know why we do this. So holiday dishes, right, for Thanksgiving and Christmas are thicker, heavier, bigger. I'm going to get an example of it. I'm going to show an example of this. Okay, serving dishes. This thing, they're huge. They're heavy. I'm not kidding y'all. These have to be at least 1 pound. No joke. So she's got a stack of these because it's a special holiday thing. It's Easter. So she's got 6 of these for serving dishes, and she's lifting overhead trying to pick that, bring them down. This actually happened a couple Christmases ago. I had to crawl on the countertop to get her set of Christmas dishes down. And I realized that over time, we don't do a whole lot of this as we age. So she's reaching up. Anyone else see how I say it? She's reaching up on this top shelf where she puts the dishes up, and she's pulling it down, and it almost collapses down on top of her head. Luckily, I walk in, I'm like, Mom, oh my gosh, right? So I catch it. That's when I started really implementing the overhead press into workouts. Hey, Mr. Don, tell Margaret I said, hey, I'm actually going to give y'all a call after this afternoon. But my point was, my mom almost got a head injury because she almost dropped holiday dishes on her head. So 2 things happened that day. One, I told my mom, you need to move your specialty dishes to a lower setting, okay? Really put away the stuff that you don't use on a regular basis and move your dishes down to a level that is safe for you to lift. Or grab 1 or 2 dishes at a time. Please don't try to grab a set of 4 to 6 dishes, okay? And 2, I realized a necessity for overhead press in the aging body, because we say we don't do this a lot, but we really do. And there's not always going to be a time where you're at somebody's house or you're at the grocery store or something and someone's there to help you lift something off the top shelf. So we need to keep that strength and that range of motion, the overhead press. So that's what we're going to go over today, which is we went over, sitting safely, going down. So now it's going to be lifting overhead safely. So you're going to need a set of dumbbells or a dumbbell substitute, which would be either your soup cans, 2 soup cans. Campbell's are a little bit smaller. Progresso soup is a little bit bigger if you need to go heavier. The drink bottles, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Right? So if you have water bottles, this is what you're going to be using. Okay? So let's do a warm-up. I'm going to set this up where y'all can see better. Okay, that should work. My car, my charger, I just threw everything down over there. We're going to do our warm-up, and then I'm going to jump into the actual technique for the overhead press. And we're going to do 2 separate hand positions. And that's what we'll be going over today, but I'm going to throw in a warm-up. We'll do the overhead press, and I'm going to connect 2 other movements to it so we can actually get a really good workout in while covering the new safety topic. So there's not just fall risk of us falling over, falling out of the chair. I'm gonna step on that charger. I know it's gonna happen. It's not always, that's not the only risk of injury that we have to deal with. The other risk of injury I have to address is things falling on top of us because we're not strong enough to hold them. The bicep curl will be another one that I connect together. Someone called my phone and kicked my computer off. All right. Turn it on a little bit. Okay, so go ahead. And if you're standing, you're going to be here or you're going to be holding on. If you're sitting, you're going to be marching in your chair. So we'll start with marching in the chair because it's Monday. Nice. So get those feet moving first, then get those arms moving, whatever feels comfortable. Good job. Now you're going to go ahead. I want you to reach and punch. So you're going to kick and punch, kick and punch, kick and punch. And it doesn't have to be twisting. It can be just out front. Some of you are going to be down here, and that's fine. If you can't kick and punch, remember, you can always step out and in. This is always an option also. Here comes Mackenzie around the back. You going around? How are you sitting there? And then you can just touch your foot out with your hand out. So if you can't kick and reach, and when I say reach, I don't want you reaching down for your feet. I just want you to reach out forward. Just get the shoulders and stuff going. Don't try to get your back involved. Now you can cross touch. And once again, you can do this if you're tapping out because you can't kick. You can just touch the outside of the other knee, which will twist my body. See how my body's twisting a little bit? And warm up that core in the back for you. Ooh, there we go. I just messed up my coordination as usual. Nice. Big open, you're gonna march, big open arms, little baby marches. Let me move this out of the way to keep hitting it. Got it. Nice. Big open circles. Big open circles. Why? Because we're going to be working on those shoulders today. So stretch them out. Warm them up. Big open circles. Nice. Now, grab the back of the chair. Press your chest forward like this. And then round it. Press it forward. High chest, high chin. And then rounding down. 2 more of those. Nice. Now I want you to stand up on your feet. Step to the side. Make sure your dumbbells aren't where you can trip, like I do. I want you to take the inside foot. You're going to step back, kind of hold on to the chair. So when I say Step back here and I'm holding on the chair. I'm gonna take this arm and I'm gonna reach big and around 5 times. Big circles backwards 5 times. Then I'm gonna make big circles forward. 2, 3, 4, 5. Take that arm, come across, and you're gonna hug that elbow and everything to the chest. Nice, and since you're holding on to the chair, you're gonna reach up and reach over. So you should feel it all out here, opening up too. Yes, we're gonna use a little bit of a lat, so you need to open that up. While we're here, go ahead and grab that foot to butt. Remember, if you can't grab your foot, you can stick your finger inside the heel of your shoe. Some of them have a loop, or you can grab your pant leg and pull it up. Some of your foot's gonna be out here, it may be over here. The most important thing is chest and chin up the whole time. Step out wide, deep breath in. You're gonna keep your hands towards your body, and then you're gonna reach out towards me, and you're gonna wiggle those fingers. The name of the game, keep the back of your legs as straight as possible. Keep your knees, don't bend your knees if you can. Now bend your knees, put your hands there, come up and give me those I don't know shrugs. The ones where I ask my kids, where are your shoes? You have to leave in like 3 seconds for school, and they go, I don't know. Those. Toe heel it in, side to side, step to the other side. Hold on to the chair. Take that inside foot and step back. Give me 5 really big, reaching through. You can turn your body with it. I really want you to try big arms and open those shoulders up. Then you're gonna go forward. Nice. Come across and you're gonna hug yourself. Come up, grab that chair, and you're gonna reach over. My palm is down. Some people it may be forward, some people it may be up, whatever feels comfortable. Some of you may not have this range. You may be out front this way. If you have a limit in your shoulder, that's fine. Bring that elbow to rib cage, get that foot to that butt cheek. Step out nice and wide, deep breath in at the top. Go ahead and make those butterflies. This is butterflies. Make the butterflies. Come down, reach out front, separate your hands, make some caterpillars. Why do I do these? Because it actually helps with arthritis, moving the joints. Bend the knees and come up. Give me 3 I don't knows. Toe heel it in. Nice. Little baby march, kind of shake it out. Okay. Technique on the overhead press. I'm going to show you what I like to do is I always like to work the arms individually and then as a unit, okay? We all are, everybody has a dominant arm and a non-dominant arm, or a strong arm and a weak arm, strong leg and a weak leg, or in like gymnastics or dance, we say which one's your good leg or which one's your bad leg, which means like my stronger leg is my left leg. I have a tendency to do a whole lot more balance and like a lot of most of the work of lifting my body weight with my left leg than I do my right. So, which means, I literally just spilled water all over me. That was awesome. Which means, naturally, whenever we want to start a movement, I'm right side down. I'm a right-handy. I write with my right hand, right? I want to start my reps on the right side. Okay? Problem with that is if I'm doing singles, and then I'm doing that for 10 or 15 reps or whatever it is, and I get tired, and I jump right into this left arm, this one's gonna be tired, but I'm always gonna get that full first jump start energy on my right side, which is already stronger than my left. So I start on the weak arm. On my repetitions and my sets, I start on the weak arm when I'm doing singles, okay? If I have an injury, I'm gonna want to actually match the non-injured arm to the weight of the injured arm. So if you have a limited range of motion from a shoulder injury, doesn't matter if you're right-handed, if you have a limited range of motion, the weight that you are gonna choose is what the injured or the arm that needs the modification, you're gonna go by that weight. Which means I have a lady in my class and She broke her shoulder years ago, so she has this limited range of motion. So she's got like this and this. And this arm can push 6 or 7 pounds, but this arm, the one that's got the problem, she can only push 4 pounds with it. So if I'm pushing 6 pounds here and I'm pushing 4 pounds here, even if this one goes to 5, then this one's gonna go to 7. All you're doing is building a consistent imbalance. That's all you're doing. So what I tell people is when you're dealing with an injury, you have to match it to the weakest extremity. So how do you pick your weight for a single or press, legs, whatever it is? You need to pick your weight. Me, I pick my weight by my left arm because that's my weakest arm. Okay, I pick my reps by my left arm. And what that means is if this is a 5, this is gonna be a 5 also. Doesn't matter if I can push 10 with this side. I'm putting a 5 in it because this one needs to get stronger and this one needs to come down. So as I'm only lifting 5 pounds on this arm, I'm gonna lose some muscle mass in my arm. My muscle's gonna get a little bit smaller, but this one's getting stronger and it's coming up here and at some point it meets in the middle. And that's how I deal with a lot of injury and muscle imbalance, okay? So from a seated position, I want you to be in a position where you have about half of your thighs on the chair, half of it's off, and you want your heels either directly below your knees or in front, okay? And I want you sitting tall chest, tall chin. You're gonna rack the weight. What that means is when I curl it up, I don't want it resting here. Elbows are not out front. I wanna bone stack or stack the weight. I wanna rack the weight. That means I want my elbow in tight and I want my hand and the weight over my elbow because if I'm out here, my bicep is getting engaged and holding it and a lot of my shoulder's doing that and it's also pulling my shoulder forward. If it's here, all I'm doing is resting it down on my shoulder, and when people push overhead and they come down, they slam that weight down on top of their shoulder, okay? So I want your elbow in, and you see how the weight is directly over my elbow? My elbow's not out here. This is where you want it to be, and that is a racked position. This is a double racked position on weights, okay? First one we're gonna do is what I call a neutral palm, which means if I was to clap, my palms are facing each other. So I'm gonna do clapping palms or a neutral palm, which means if both of my hands are here, I'm clapping. So I want my hand facing the side of my face, no matter if I'm up or down. So what I'm gonna do is to offset the balance over here, I'm gonna hold on to the chair here, or I'm gonna palm up, so it rolls your shoulder into its capsule. You're gonna palm up over here, and you're literally just gonna punch the sky and re-rack the weight. So I say punch and return. And by punch, my knuckles are facing the sky, just like when I punch at you, everybody sees my knuckles, I'm gonna punch the sky, okay? Palm up on the other side, sitting up nice and high, I'm gonna punch and return. Or on this side, you're gonna see that I'm going to punch and rack. Punch and rack. You're gonna do 10 on one side, and then we're gonna do some squats with the legs for our seated safety or sitting safety. And I think this is 7 because what y'all see happening behind the scenes right now is that my kiddos are here. If y'all want to pop in and say hello, they're trying to be so quiet right now. And they're trying to get set up for Mackenzie Zoom conditioning with routine. We're gonna, if you have your single weight, you can just switch. I have a double and I'm gonna get it in a second. So switch your weight over to the other side, and I usually like to hand the weight off from one rack to the other. This palm's gonna go up and we'll do the other side. But I don't wanna go straight over here, okay? I kinda wanna bring everything up because I just worked this shoulder. Now I'm gonna use those muscles to hold my hand out. However, I'm not using all of the same muscles as it did in a rack position for my hand out here, but you're still gonna feel tired in this arm. So let's just give it a rest because it's gonna need to offset the weight. And we're just gonna, because we're seated, we're just gonna march in place, and we'll do that for about 30 seconds, and then we're gonna jump into the other side. I think we've all done, bye baby, love you, see you in a little bit. We've all done, hopefully by now, you've done the squat with me or chair sitting, because that's gonna be in here today. And I don't think I've gone over the specifics of a bicep curl, but we will do a bicep curl because we're gonna connect the two of them together because that's all gonna be part of that lifting, holding, and then I think I'll probably go over rows on Wednesday. And then we'll connect all of that together. So this is gonna be lifting overhead or just lifting stuff. Nice, so bring it down. Go ahead and get your weight for the other side. The bicep curl also comes into place when I'm carrying groceries, right? A lot of people, you're picking the bags up, you're holding them here, you're picking them up and putting them in your basket, all right? So I'm picking them up off the shelf, I'm lifting them with the bicep, then as I turn and lift the bottom of the bag over into the basket, you're actually using some of that top shoulder for an overhead press to put it in there. When you're pulling them out of the basket, you're essentially doing a reverse of that, which is kind of a row. But you're using the bicep curl. See, I don't just do this stuff just to be annoying. I mean, that's just a bonus. I get to go to work and teach people how to safely lift groceries all day. It's fun. All right, 10 on this side. So remember, sitting up straight, why? Because we want to use our back muscles. Why are we not doing this standing? Because whenever people stand up, I see a lot of this. A lot of this. And then all of a sudden, an overhead press just turned into a chest press. So seated, I usually can get really easy technique tweaks under control by just having people sit down. Plus I get to work your core and your back muscles and helping you fix posture while we're doing it. That's a lot easier to do seated than it is trying to fix and line everybody's body parts up standing. So it's kind of a little trick I do. So 10 overhead, here we go. We're gonna punch and rack. Punch and rack. 1, punch and rack. 2, punch and rack. 3, punch, rack. 4, punch, rack. 5, punch, rack. 6, punch, rack. 7, punch, music tells me, rack. 8, punch, rack. 9, punch, rack. 10. Go ahead and set that weight down. Let's march on. Let's march standing up. About 30 seconds. All right. Go ahead and do that march, and I want to see that nice shoulder motion. So not the bicep curl up and down, but I want to see you actually moving through your elbow, moving the elbow forward and backwards. Some people feel better with their hands open, and you're just swinging them back and forth. That's fine. I just want to work that shoulder capsule. There we go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Shake it out. Since we're up, guess what we're going to do? Get a sip of water. Now we're going to jump into the chair sits. We're going to do the chair sits. We'll do bicep curls. We'll probably do sumo squats, or I'll do a 4. We come back around. We'll do a single arm to double arm connection, okay? So make sure I love it. Catherine reminds me all the time to put my weights under my chair so I don't step on them. Because when I teach, I usually have them up in the front of the stage. So when I'm actually in a chair in a class and I'm taking it with her, I have to remember to do that. So you're going to sit and stand. Sit in the chair, stand in the chair. Sit in the chair, stand in the chair. So y'all need a refresher. For those of you who have a tendency to back rock, you want to catch those knees when you come up. If I'm reaching in front of me, this weight actually helps pull what? I want my weight over my feet, and then I'm pushing through my feet to stand up. Remember, if you need like a chair in front of you, or you need a couch right here, it's probably easier to use that. I have that. I feel more stable sitting here and standing at the gym sometimes with people and clients that have a little more anxious to try and do it without anything. I'll put them on the bar in the class, and they can hold on to the bar as they stand and sit. I just want to make sure if you're using something in front of you, you're not pulling yourself up, and I don't want you pushing yourself out of the chair. I want you to use your legs to get up and down. Chest staying over your knees. 2 more. And 2. Nice. March it out. Just hit that again. More. Keep marching. I made my notes to make sure I get everything in. Do something else? Side to side step. And if you need to be behind it, so I move my chair around a lot so that y'all can see the different angles. And I'm having to remember not to because the weights are underneath it and I keep tripping over them. So once again, be careful where you put your weights and don't make them your next fall risk. Nice. Okay? Let's go ahead and have a seat. Get your weights. We're going to go for those bicep curls. Same position that we're sitting in the overhead press. You're going to sit in that position for the bicep curls. And we're just going to do, some people feel more comfortable doing a hammer fist. Some people feel more comfortable doing those palms forward. Okay? I like to mix it up. So the first 5, let's do it intentional. Have those palms facing me like if I came up, we would give a low high five to each other, okay? When you do that, you can't have this back rounded. Remember, pull those shoulder blades together. What helps with that is just pick your chin up high. I usually look at like where the wall meets the ceiling. It usually keeps my chin up for me and my chest. So 3, 2, 1, here we go. Up, pause, down, pause. Up, pause, down, 2. Up, pause, down, 3. Up, pause, down, 4. Up, pause, down, 5. Up, pause, down, 6. Pause here, turn, and I should be able to, if we were in class together, I should be able to see what I call the butt or the head of the dumbbell. And you're wanting to bring that head of that dumbbell to that shoulder, right? And remember, I don't want you swinging back and forth. Sitting forward in the chair should prevent that. But you're wanting to keep that elbow in and you're using just the bicep to raise and lower, okay? So here we go. And 3, 2, 1, tip, hip. 1, tip, hip, 2. That means bring it up and down. 3, up, pause, down, 4. Up, pause, down, pause, up. Last one, pause, down, 6. Nice. Take those weights and just kind of rest them on your legs and march. And I kind of keep them from rolling off. I'm going to march a little bit right here. Good job. Take them. Put them down for a second where you can get to them easily. And you're going to lean back. We're going to crunch. The first one we're going to do, remember you can hold your ear. If you have a ball, I would normally place it here. Pinch your earlobe, and you're going to come off the chair. And you're going to turn your shoulder towards the knee, not your elbow. Okay? 10 on one side, 10 on the other. 3, 2, 1. Up, pause, down. That's 1. Up, hold to the chair is 2. Up, hold, down, 3. Up, hold, down, 4. Up, hold, down, 5. Keep going. Hold, down, 6. Up, hold, down, 7. Up, hold, down, 8. That's what I mean by returning to the chair each time. Returning to the chair each time. Re-engaging those abs each time. We're going to switch sides here. 3, 2, 1. Up, hold, down, 1. So you see I'm turning my shoulder towards you and towards my knee. I'm raising my knee and I'm turning my shoulder into my knee. And I'm returning to the chair each time. Some of you, it may look like this. And that's okay too. Eventually you will get strong enough to get up here. If you can't lean on the chair and go back, all you're wanting to do is pick that leg up a little bit as you turn the front of your body. Hold, down, turn, hold, down, turn, hold, down. One more, turn, hold, down. So that was an advanced movement and a modified movement. for the other one. So let's do some more chair sits, 10 of them. If you want to make it harder this time, take one of those weights and hold it here. Not like this, but you're actually going to wrap your hand around the weight and hold it, or the bottle of water. And I have one that's I can grab this like that. You're gonna hold it like this. And you're gonna come up and down. Give me 10 chair sits on your own time. 10 chair sits on your own time. If you want to make it harder and put that weight in your hand, go right on ahead. Keep going. And I'll show you from the side what I'm doing with the weight. I'm actually priming my shoulders and the bicep. But having that extra weight in front of you will help bring this weight forward and offset the extra weight back here in that pressing up part of the squat. I think this is 10. It is now, and I'm gonna stay down here. Good job. Grab a sip of water. Second set. Double overhead press. So you got it now? Overhead press, chair sits, bicep curls, crunches, chair sits. That's what we're doing today. So what do I want to do this time? Same position I'm sitting in, right? I'm on the edge of my chair, at least half of my thighs off the chair. My feet are under my knees or in front of them. And if you need more balance, you can open your legs up a little bit. The important thing is, remember, keeping that chin up, keeping that back straight. We're gonna double rack the weights. So remember, if I was clapping, where are my palms? They're facing the inside to clap. So if I had my weights in my hands, that's where I want my dumbbells, because I would be clapping right here, okay? So I'm gonna rack them, see how they're in line, they're over each other, they're not in here, they're not out here. My elbows aren't here. You want that nice, pretty line. And we're going to punch with both of our hands at the same time overhead and then re-rack them, okay? So we're going to go punch, rack, punch, rack, 2, punch, rack, 3, punch, rack, 4, punch, rack, 5, punch, rack, 6, punch, rack, 7, punch, rack, 8, punch, rack, 9, punch, rack, 10. Take those weights, put them down. Do not use them for the squats this time. Okay, so 10 squats on your own, 10 of them. So those of you who are making things a little bit harder for yourself, this is where you would do a hover squat. So you hover that chair, barely tap it, so you're using more of your legs. If you were using a heavy weight for your overhead press, please do not use a weight out front for this. If you have a lighter weight and you want to make it a little bit harder, you can go ahead and grab that extra weight so you can get in some good squats for yourself right now. So basically, everybody gets to work at their own pace and their own needs. I'm going to call that 10. Up on your feet. Go right into and march it out. Flaps over my shoulder. I'm going to get my watch back. Keep going. Remember, what am I trying to move? Not just my legs, but my arms. My shoulder capsule. Back and forth. Back and forth. Keep going. Right into side step. And if you can, go those arm swing circles. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. I'll turn backwards down to see what that looks like. And I circle my arms. If you want to, right here, this is where you throw that hop in the center to get your heart rate up a little bit. And I'm finally getting started to do that. It also works your calves a little bit. When we finish this one, and break. not your hip or any other joint, please, or bones. Take a breather, and I'm gonna see you. So we're going to bicep curls. How's it going? Strong music. Hey, Stephanie. And Randy. Hey, Mr. Randy. Mindy, hey. How's everybody doing today? Sip of water. Take it serious. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. All right, have a seat. And we're gonna do bicep curls. The last step, we're actually gonna connect these together. I do that one. This time, we're gonna do a single, double, okay? So what arm am I starting on? Went over this in the beginning. The weaker arm, the less dominant arm, your non-dominant arm. You know, if you're righty, use your lefty. If you're lefty, use your righty. So I'm just gonna say I'm a lefty, so I'm gonna start there. So starting in the hammer fist, where I can see the butt of the dumbbell, left, down, right, down, double, double, one, left, one, right, one, double, double, one, two, sorry, that's two, up, three, double, here you go, double, three, left, three, four, right, four, double, four, I got it now, left, five, right, five, double, five. Turn the palms forward, and we're gonna go another set. Here we go. Left, one, right, one, double, double, that's one. Left, two, right, two, double, two. You got this. Left, three, right, three, double, three. We're almost there. Left, four, right, four, double, four. Last one. Left. That's five. Right. That's five. Here we go. Give me that double. Double. That's five. Nice. Take those weights. Place them underneath you. Shake those arms out a little bit because we're going for crunches. Okay? So we're going to start now. We went to the right first the last time. We're going to mix it up. We're going to start to the right. Oh, sorry, I went to the left first. We went to the right leg this time. Pinch that ear. Here we go. Or you can actually touch your shoulder because you can feel if it's going or if you're twisting. Either way, whatever feels best. Just do not grab your neck. 3, 2, 1. So crunch, 1. Crunch, 2. Crunch, 3. Twist, 4. Twist, return to the chair. 5. Twist, return to the chair. 6. Twist, to the chair. 7. Keep going. Twist. 8. If you're modifying or twisting, that's 9. You're just lifting that leg as you twist, that's 10. So I'll start with the modification. For those of you who are not doing a modified version, get your backs on the chair, get ready to come up. I'm going to start my first couple with those who are actually starting with just a raise and twist. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Twist, return, 1. Twist, return, 2. Twist, return, 3. Twist, return, 4. You can actually hold both earlobes. Return, 5. Twist, I'm turning my whole body. Return, 6. Crunch, return, 7. Crunch, return, 8. Crunch, return, 9. Crunch, return, 10. Nice. Come on up. Give me weighted squats. Another version. If you want it heavier, you have 2 weights in your hands. You're going to stand and sit. Stand and sit. If you want to, that's 2. This is 3. For those of you who are wanting that advanced movement, it's going to be here. See how I'm in that racked position? But as I go down, I kick my elbows forward as opposed to trying to reach out and pull back. Depends on how heavy your weights are. These are a little bit much on my shoulders. So I'm going to squat and kick it this way. If you're using the chair, you can use body weight or not. 10 at your own count. I got one more in me. There it is. Side to side step. Get those arms going side to side. Keep going. From here, when we come back from this left, go double, 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 double. If you want that hop in there, you're more than welcome to throw it in there. I have about 4 more workouts after this. 5 for the day. I have skills tonight on gymnastics with my girl. So I will be throwing hops in here, or else I will not be able to move come 5 o'clock. All right, so when we come back from this left, bring it to side singles and into a march. Nice. Get some water. We have one more set. This time it's going to be bicep curl to overhead press, and we're going to bicep curl hammer fist to a punch. So I'll say hammer, punch, down, and return. So that's what it'll be. It'll be a curl, hammer fist, we'll punch the sky, we'll bring it to almost basically a rack position, and return. So you can see a curl is bringing that to that rack position, right? So, with that being said, we're not going to do that overhead press, then sits, then curls, then sits. We're going to do a bicep curl to overhead press, but we're going to do sets. We're going to do that left arm first, then we'll do that right arm, and then we'll double up, okay? So that's how it's going to go. And then we'll do chair sits, and then we'll bring it down and stretch, okay? So left arm first, here we go. Curl, punch, return, return. Right, punch, return, return. Double, double, punch, down, down, left arm. Curl, punch, down, down, right arm. Curl, punch, down, down, doubles, curl, punch, down, down, left arm, curl, punch, down, down, right, curl, punch, down, down, both arms, curl, punch, down, down, left arm, curl, punch, down, down, right, curl, punch, down, down, doubles, curl, punch, down, down, 2 more, curl, punch, down, down, right arm, curl, punch, down, down, doubles, curl, punch, down, down, last one, left arm, punch, down, down, hang in there, right arm, punch, down, down, doubles, curl, punch, down, down, nice. Go ahead and place those down. We will not be doing chair sits with the weights because your arms should be burning and pretty tired about now, even if you don't have the heavier weights, which I actually use on strength days. Today I use about low to moderate weights so that I can get some good stability work. All right, 10 chair sits, stand up and sit downs on your own count with your own modification. If anybody needs to know what those modifications are again, you can go back to the startup from last week where we went over sitting safely. 10 sits, go. 1, 2, remember you can just squat here. 3, you don't even have to use the chair if you can squat by yourself. 4, but I please recommend you. 5, having something next to you. 6, that you can use. 7, should you need it. 8, this is one of my favorites here actually. 9, 10, and if you were going here, you want to catch those knees and come back up, right? 10 of those. Up on, ooh, crunches. Y'all almost let me forget abs. How dare you? Shame, shame, shame. How am I going to tell you? Y'all could like yell into the computer like a football game. Ooh, we're going to do this stretch after these crunches. Starting with that lowest modification on the crunch, okay? It's pinch your earlobe, and you're going to twist, turn that shoulder. So your head, you want to kind of be looking over that opposite shoulder and picking that leg up, right? So that one. Or if you can, you start here and come off the chair and twist and return back to the chair. When I'm doing this, I have a tendency to want to grab my other arm. So here we go. 10 on to the left side. We're going to try and alternate this time. So you're going to go left, down, right, down, 1. Left, return, right, return, 2. Left, return, right, return, 3. Left, return, right, return, 4. Left, return, right, return, 5. Left, return, right, return, 6. Oh, the other option, remember, was tapping outside that knee. 8, left, right, 9. So this does apply, left, right, 10. So just kind of reaching and touching the outside of that leg. I forgot that I taught y'all that last week. I think it was senior strength day. All right, nice. So we got our core, we did our legs, we did our connection, right? Okay, cool. So I'll make sure that we do rows on extra and strength. We'll do rows. We'll write that down. Get some water. Because my mouth just gets super dry whenever I have to talk everything through. All right. Give me that side-to-side step. And get those arms moving. I keep almost hitting my fingertips on the island countertop. Nice. Okay. While I'm at it, heads up. Wednesday is going to be a little different. I'll actually be doing Wednesday's workouts at 10 a.m. I will probably post it. It won't be live. I'll probably post it. I don't know if I'm going to post it at noon, pre-record it and post it, or if I'll go live at 10, and then you can watch the video at noon. But I'm going to be doing senior strength out in front of Gym Fit's facility for the charity event that they painted the mural on the outside of it. I will have to share that story to the page. So y'all can see what's going on. It's a charity thing that I'm doing on Wednesday, but I have to do it at 10 in the morning because I have to be outside for recording versus noon when it's super hot. So let's go ahead and bring that left foot to left butt cheek. Deep breath in. We're going to try that balance. So 5-second balance lift and lowers. Remember, that hip cannot be out. It has to be in. High chest, high chin, and let's raise 2, 3, 4, 5, lower, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't step out. Take that foot, cross it over the right foot, and stick your booty back. So it's going to look like this. Name of the game is trying to keep those legs straight. You should feel a pull either in the back, the butt, or down the legs. Bend your knees, come back up, and when you step out, step nice and wide. Deep breath in, follow your body, come out, and here we're going to butterfly. And then we're going to break them apart. We're going to do our caterpillars. Bend the knees, hands on knees, round the back. Give me 3 I don't knows. I don't know. Heel toe it in, please. Ooh, lost that last one. Side to side step to the other side. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Got your arms. Just kidding. I'll see if you're paying attention. Take that arm, bring it across the chest, and go ahead and hug your shoulder. Hug the back of your arm. You should feel a stretch in your shoulder. If you're pulling it to the right, you want to look over your left. Bring your head back to center. Relax that arm. Grab this chair here. Deep breath in, and you're going to reach as you exhale. And let it come down nice and slow. Now we're going to side-to-side step to the other side. So let's use this. Right foot to right butt cheek. And everybody can take their time. Got kiddos on bicycles riding around. Someone's bouncing a basketball. Remember, no hip out. Y'all see this big old curve happening over here? You want to keep that hip in. See where all my weight goes? How it goes on top of this leg? That's what we're wanting, okay? Because we're going to keep this nice and strong. Let's practice our balance. Deep breath in and raise. 2, 3, 4, 5. Down slowly to the chair. Leg down. Cross it over the other leg. Sit that butt back. I'm reaching out front. It's a habit. It's really good. I just like to lengthen. And then bend the knees and come back. Uncross that leg nice and wide. If you need to hold on here, please do. Deep breath in. Butterflies at the top. If you can do both hands, if not, that's okay. You're holding on here. Name of the game is keeping the knees as straight as you can. Bending those knees, hands on the knees, rounding that back and chin to chest. Nice roll up. 3, I don't know. I don't know. Roll those shoulders. I don't know. Toe heel or heel toe it in. Take that right arm and bring it across your chest to hug it to you. And if you're pulling it to the left, and I don't want you twisting with it, I actually want you to look over the right shoulder as you're stretching the right to the left, which sounds pretty confusing. Back to center, relax that arm, grab the chair, and you're going to reach over. You're either going to be reaching palm down, just forward or up, whatever feels best. Bring it back, deep breath in. And you're going to want to swan dive in. So that means that I'm putting the back of my hands together as I come down. And then I'm coming back up here. I'm going to keep my palms together and I'm going to breaststroke out. I'm going to open my palms to the sky and my thumbs are nice and locked out. And I'm going to open my arms, following my thumbs back, opening that chest. Then I'll pretend like I'm turning the music down and up. So I'm going to turn the music down, and then I'm going to turn the music up, and I'm going to come back to that steeple. I'm going to dive back in with my hands to the back of each other, and then come back to center, and you are done. Congratulations. Thank you for joining Senior Startup this morning. Going over safely overhead lifting and lowering, now that I think about it. I will be back on Wednesday, Senior Strength. I'll be doing rows, so you'll need a chair and something like a jug or something, or dumbbells, whatever you'll have. I'll probably have low-weighted dumbbells because it's going to be in my car and I'll be traveling. So join me on Wednesday. Tomorrow, Catherine is teaching Senior Speed. Please, we're having a great time in doing Senior Speed. I've seen a lot of improvement. I've gotten a lot of reports of improvement. So please jump in and do that class. On Thursday, Catherine's going to be back for Line Dancing Live. And I was having trouble keeping up all of last week, but it was so much fun. Like, you should seriously get someone to do it with you virtually, or go drive your spouse out of the bedroom and make them come line dance with you, because it actually is fun. It's really fun. She breaks it down really, really easy too. So it's not just for seniors, it's for everybody, but also don't try to not take it just because you don't think you can do it because you're a senior citizen. Catherine's great with that stuff, y'all, and it's so much fun. Dancing's just fun. And so is Catherine. So there's that. And then Friday, we'll be back on Friday for another senior stretch and flow. It'll either be Amber. I think it's Amber this week again. And we'll be doing some Q&A stuff. So lots of fun stuff happening this week. Like I said, switch up on Wednesday. I'll be doing 10 a.m. live. You can still watch it at noon. I'm going to leave it up. I just will be live at 10 a.m. because I have to do an outdoor session. And I'm in Louisiana, for those of you who don't know and have never been to Louisiana. There's hot, and then there's Louisiana hot and sticky. noon outside right about now will make me dehydrated. So I gotta go a little bit earlier. Until then, if you have any questions, you have anything to go over this week, just send us a message, email us, send us a private message, go check out the Facebook page. We're about to put up YouTube. So we got a lot of fun stuff happening this week. So that's all, folks. No, I'll see y'all back on Wednesday. Thank you for coming and filling my love cup. And so now go out and fill somebody else's.